Kia ora, lovely people. I have a present for you. I got myself an upgrade in the old microphone, so you don't have to listen to that chipmunk I've been for the last few weeks. Terrible. So I hope you're going to enjoy my little announcement for the evening. Māori Land Monday, that's what we're doing right now. Māori Land Monday. So I'm going to cover, maybe a couple of tips or a tip, something interesting, and what I have available this week or the next week or two. Kapai? Kia ora, my friend Carrie. Tēnā koe Uria. Lovely to see you all. All right, Māori Land Monday. Here to update you on a little bit of good news, what's available in services, and what's coming up. I'm going to grab my phone and have a look at what I just wrote, because I have some good news about, which you may have already seen, about Kāinga Whenua Home loans. There's been a couple of changes. For those who don't know what a Kāinga Whenua Home loan is, it's a specific lending product offered only by Kiwibank so that you can borrow money to build on your Māori land, on whenua Māori. Okay. You can borrow up to $200,000 without a deposit. You knew that. To build on whenua Māori. You typically have to have, this is on collectively owned land that can't be mortgaged. So the security or the collateral is only over the house and not the whenua. Recent announcement by the minister. I'll just cut to the chase. There's been some changes and some improvements to these Māori land home loans called Kāinga Whenua Home loans. There's a number, but I'm going to talk to you about the ones that I understand and that I've popped in my post. It used to be that you had to have a minimum house that you were going to build, a minimum size of 70 square meters. But as you can imagine, a $200,000 loan doesn't get you much, doesn't buy you much at the moment as far as a house. So they're now allowing you to build down to a minimum of 50 square meters. They're also allowing you, now here's the thing, you have to have a valuation. One way or another, banks need a valuation done by registered valuers. Oh, I wonder where one of those is. Wonder where. Anyway, so you don't just have to have a valuer if you can't get access to a valuer. If you can't book one or one isn't available, you can now book a quantity surveyor. So that's pretty good news. Well, it broadens your horizons. It gives you some options. That's pretty cool, eh? So just recapping on that quickly. There have been some improvements to Kāinga Whenua Home loans. These are home loans that Kiwibank offers so that you can build a house on Papakāinga, on whenua Māori. They've reduced the minimum size. So you don't have to build something 70 square meters or larger. It can be 50 square meters or larger. A little bit more, maybe a bit more affordable. Very cool, very cool. So you have to have a valuer or a valuation for Kāinga Whenua Home loans. That's for building on Papakāinga. But now there are more options. If you can't find a valuer or can't book one, you can also use a quantity surveyor. I happen to know a registered valuer that goes on Facebook every now and then. but no name. Anyway, so that's cool and everything. You really need to get prepared if you're going to build on whenua Māori. All right. So this good news is awesome. There are other things that you'll notice. You'll see them start seeing the post going around because the minister, or it's honourable, I think there's the name, Peeni Henare. I don't follow politics, but I know Peeni Henare is the guy. Has announced some improvements to the Kāinga Whenua, loan scheme. So go check it out. Check out Google or what have you, and you'll see some of the other awesome stuff, awesome things. You can also, I think it also includes leases. So if you're going to build onto whenua where you have a lease over that. Hey, Lydia, she's got a fairly similar name to mine, hey? I'm joking. Yeah, thanks, Lydia. I'm a registered valuer, anybody. So it's not just restricted to, say, license to occupy or occupation orders over the whenua. So if you have, they've just given you a number of additional options to be able to build on your whenua. And one of those options is, as I understand it, also includes a lease over the whenua now, rather than having to rely on a license to occupy or occupation order through the Māori Land Court. Cool. Never mind all the technicalities. The main thing is your whenua is not taken as the collateral, and it's nice and safe. So these home loan products, Kāinga Whenua Home Loans, are designed for when you're building on whenua Māori that is collectively owned rather than just owned by you. Cool. Choice Mere Taka, that's awesome. So yeah, as Mere Taka is mentioning in the comments, I do have workshops. These are digital workshops that are like pre-recorded. They come with a worksheet where I've built in some basic formulae so that you can start the process of how I do most, let's say 60% of the process of figuring out how I'm going to assess the value of ground rent for Papakāinga, or how to prepare for a Kāinga Whenua home loan. Okay, we still have to get well and truly prepared. One of the misconceptions out there is that when the laws change, all of a sudden it makes it easier to get these home loans. As I understand, there's been less than, I think it's much lower than this, but so correct me if I'm wrong, someone, but I think there has potentially been less than 20 of these home loans approved in the last few years. So what that says is that no matter, you can have the Māori land, you can have your house design sorted for you, but if you got bad credit, you still have to apply to the bank and they can still decline you. Yeah. If you apply to the bank and you haven't prepared all your documents, they can still decline you. And if you haven't sorted out with your whānau, with the owners, with the trustees, how you are going to be, occupy the whenua in a fair and reasonable way, meaning there's 100 owners or 1,000 owners and you're one of them and you want to put your house there. And the bank has said, yep, that's fine. You got everything approved. But the landowners have finally realized, hey, hang on, you're going to take up most of the section. What about the rest of us? And you go, yeah, I'll pay the rates. And they go, yeah, that's cool. What about the rest of the bills? What about the lawyer's fee? What about that random valuation that you have to pay? Who's going to pay all these bills? Actually, come to think of it, you're going to live on that land for 30 years. It's right on the beach. It's got a mean view. Actually, I think I might want to go there 10 years from now. I'm starting to feel like this situation's not fair. Yeah. And that happens, that might be about when you want to have thought, oh, geez, we should have thought about how to figure out a fair and reasonable ground rent. Should have done it before. And then the family go, hang on, I don't agree to this anymore. And you go, what? You stupid eggs. I've already gone and got my loan approved. And I paid the architect for the house plans. What? Yeah. Well, maybe you're not in any of that boat. Maybe you're good. You got it all sorted. And then you're that guy who tries to ring around for valuers 1 month ahead of time. And number one, not many valuers want to go to the rural parts for a normal fee. Yeah. And then there's the complexities of going through all your documents and your occupation order, and trying to do some research to find sales of other houses in Māori land just like yours, and you can't find it. As a valuer, there isn't much out there of that. So you got to work real hard to do this valuation, and all of a sudden you don't feel like it. All of a sudden I've got 10 valuations in town to do. Why would I go out all the way out the back blocks for years? Yeah. But I will. Why? Because 1/4 acre at a time, back in Māori land ownership and occupation. That's why it's called a vision and a mission statement. That mokopuna Māori should not be tenants in their own country. So I'll do it. As long as you give me about 3 to 6 months heads up so I can book it in. Yeah. And I'll go nearly everywhere in the country. But it'd be good if there could be a few of you booked in the one area at the same time. Mainly because I don't really want to charge you $500 just to get to your place. But if I share that price amongst 10 others, $50 for you, $50 for you, $50 for you. You catching my drift? Prepare. Anyway, there's a link in this post up top somewhere or down below. If you click on that link, actually I'm going to show you myself. If you click on the link, it'll take you to this online place where I'm going to show you and give you DIY ways that you can prepare yourself so that, number one, you're getting on with the whānau. You got that basics of how you're going to cover the costs or the rent or the opportunity costs. You know what I mean? Preparation, Papakāinga ground rent. I know it sounds really uncool the way I call it, Papakāinga ground rent. I don't really know how to call it anything else. That's the name we use in ground rent. But reciprocity is a cool word. I'm going to live on the whenua, but it belongs to heaps of other people. How do I reciprocity that? Reciprocate that, you know? The Māori of the connection is on it. And so I've got that. It's a DIY. It's a video tutorial plus a worksheet. If you don't prepare to work this out, you're preparing not to succeed. Then I've got preparing for a Kāinga Whenua evaluation. I'm trying to give you a heads up on all the things you kind of need to do before you book a valuer, even if you don't want me. You think I'm an egg? All good. But you might want to get ready for another valuer or surveyor or something, because they're going to ask you for it. And if you're a hoha, ain't no professional want to let you book with them. That's why people get big fat fees of like, sorry, that's going to cost $5,000. That's our code for, please go to someone else. But I won't. I have a vested interest in the success of our Māori land. Anyhow, stop being an egg. So I'm going to share this with you, just so you see what I mean. Okay. Here we go. So this link that's in my post here, it'll link you to these 1, 2, 3, 4 five products. But only two of them, I'll explain those. Clean banking. Doesn't matter what you think. You think, awesome, we've got a special valuation product, land home loan product out there called Kāinga Whenua Home Loans. But there's a part in all this announcement that says you still have to meet the bank's credit criteria. Means you still have to pass. Can you afford it? Have you been missing your payments on your APs? Have you got defaults? Have you got a credit score greater than 400? All those things. You still need to act and apply for the same kind of process in a bank. Clean banking, that's what I do. Takes you through it, videos, audio, stuff like that, a bit of support inside a private channel. That's there. I've got openings now. You can do that. If you don't want to do that, no problem. Papakāinga ground rent, digital tutorial and worksheet. So if you buy this, you click it, and send you a link. I've all set it up now. We'll send you a link so that you can see a video. It's about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that, where I coach you and teach you how to use a particular worksheet on how it just as a tool to help you estimate ground rent or for your Papakāinga, how much what's the reciprocity you will give to the landowners or the landowners will charge to the tenant, kind of thing. So instead of paying me like $1,200 or like $1,800 to come and teach you how to do that, DIY option here. Prepare for Kāinga Whenua valuation. Same thing, got a worksheet there, got a check sheet there, and a couple of videos to help step you through what you need to be doing. Cool. So those are for you. These ones aren't for you. The exclusive member client list of valuations. I've just sent this out, so check your emails. That goes out to anybody who has booked in the last 3 weeks for one of my online events, booked, paid, and all that jazz. And I said to you that I would offer you an exclusive client list position. I'm only taking 100. And so for those people, you've received your invite to click and sort of just apply for your spot on that. And there's one list for valuations, like for Kāinga Whenua, for Māori land. And this one over here is for marae and whakairo valuations, okay? And so these are the options. Just click the link and come over here. All right. You'll get your recordings. You'll get your worksheets. They're like mini courses, mini tutorials. And then on top of that, anybody in these lists here, I'm going to start, because I'm reducing and stopping a lot of services. I'm just going to really focus on these things. Every Monday, I'm going to put out another list of events for Mondays, Māori Land Mondays. And those events will be like AMAs, Ask Me Anything. But it'll be on Ask Me Anything on any of these topics. Yeah, and it'll be for people who have come through and sort of purchased one of these sort of workshops and are on my exclusive membership list. Okay, bye. Exclusive membership list. You'll receive your email. There's a couple of things you have to do, which is click the button. It's free. You've already bought or paid for a spot or an event before, so you don't have to do it again. You get to request a quote from me when you're ready. You get to have access to digital content that's just for you, because I want to have my clients really well prepared before I come to you. Makes my life easier, makes the job I do for you better. Yep. And at the end of the day, I can help reduce the fees. Less hoha, the filers, the less research, the less running around, less time is charged. That's better for everybody, okay? Just democratising some tauranga. That's what we're doing. Yeah. So that's what that looks like. Of course, there's my coffee dates. You can always buy me a coffee if you want me to see your message before I see anybody else's. If you want me to respond faster than my usual, which is relatively slow, because there's a lot of mahi, or if you just want to say thank you for something I've done. I appreciate every one of you who takes it up, but yeah, that's the link. Coming back to you though. Oh, neat, Lydia. Jeez, some people are really amazing. You're already doing the mahi, getting already ready. Okay, so I'm going to stop my screen share. I've got your message, Heather. I'm going to make sure you... Okay, no, you've already got... Cool. I'm going to follow up on everybody who have been wonderful people turning up to the events and stuff. And so I have sent out emails. Check your spam or your email boxes, and there'll be one that says something about an exclusive member list. It's not, you don't have to pay. It's just a great place to have great clients, and I want to have 100. I don't want to have 1,000. I want to have 100 cool clients, and I want to be the bestest valuer, customer service person. Well, in customer service, I'm not sure about. I'm me, but I want to give focused attention to you. So that's why I'm 100. Okay. So I've got to go now. I've got to go to class, to evening class. Tēnā koe, Karen. Always lovely to see these cool people in the comments and always engaging and everything. I really appreciate it. It makes coming to work awesome. So go ahead, everyone. When I'm finished, you click on that link above and just have a nosy. Just have a nosy if you don't want to do anything else. Because I had a look at this article, and there's going to be they're expecting about 1,000 people wanting to apply for these home loans this year to build on Māori land, and they're trying to make it easier for us to build on Māori, whenua Māori, and build our houses on Papakāinga. I don't know if I want to do 1,000 valuations. And you might say, oh, hang on, no, I've got a couple of mates in the industry who'll come to your cool. So there's probably a few of us valuers. Yeah. You still need to prepare and get ready, no matter who you choose. For you to be successful, preparation is important. So let's summarize this. I've got to get to my class, to my tutorial. Kāinga Whenua loans have been made a bit easier. They've been made easier to the system's a bit easier. You can get a loan of up to 200,000 without a deposit. And you don't have to have a minimum of 70 square meters anymore. No. You can build something a minimum of 50 square meters. You have to still get a valuation of some sort. Each of your houses, that's what the bank wants. But now if you can't get a valuer, you can book a quantity surveyor. That's amazing. That's awesome. More options. And I'm just trying to make it a bit easier to help you get prepared a little bit. So if you're even thinking about building on your Papakāinga this year, on your hapu or your iwi Papakāinga, I'm asking you to consider booking a space. Don't have to pay anything, but booking a space and getting ready by clicking on the link and going to check out one of those options. Just because, like to have 6 to 9 months to prepare, to pencil you in the diary. Start giving you some attention and love for the next few months heading into it. Answer questions. Help you prepare. Nobody likes doing Māori land valuations the month before it's due. I promise you. Okay? So anyway, I hope the sound was better tonight. I went and spent a bit of money on you all and bought a big flash microphone. Okay. Mā te wā. I'm going to get some music for you.